Hello everyone, today we are going to solve another chapter, Deklination des Adjektivs. So here I'm solving, this is from Grammatikübungen A2. This is the chapter. So here we will see some endings for adjectives. Let's check that in how many places we can use adjectives in Deutsch, in German. The first one, look at this. Adverbial. Okay, so adverbial means when an adjective comes after the verb, then it is called adverbial. In that case, that adjective doesn't require any ending. For example, die Suppe schmeckt lecker. So lecker is an adjective and it doesn't require any ending. I'm just giving you an example. Second one is Partikativ. Die Adverben sind süß. Okay, here it is also given the example. Die Erdbeeren schmeckt süß. That means the strawberries taste sweet. So here, süß doesn't require any ending. In the second example, you can see the Partikativ. So what is Partikativ? Partikativ is used after sein, werden, or bleiben to describe the subject. Okay, so here also you don't require any ending. So this is the sein verb they have used. Die Erdbeeren sind süß. Okay, the strawberries are sweet. So here also adjective doesn't require any ending. So Adjektiv haben Adverbial bei Verben und Partikativ. Keine Endung. So for adverbial and predicative, you don't require any. That means adjective doesn't require any ending. Here is an Übungs exercise. This exercise is based on adverbial und Partikativ. Okay. Look at the Beispiel. Wie schmeckt der Apfel? Er schmeckt sauer. And another one is schnell, langweilig. Okay. These are some given adjectives. We have to use this in order to solve Übung 1. Schnell, fast, langweilig, boring. Sauer we already have used. So this is sauer, spannend. Spannend means exciting, good is good, langsam, slow. Unfreundlich, unfriendly, heiß, fad, affordable, nett, nice. Now we are going to solve these exercises, and the example is already given here, so there will be a question and we have to answer. So, wie schmeckt der Apfel? Er schmeckt sauer. Why er? Because apple is masculine. That's why the personal pronoun for apple is er. So, it tastes sour. Now, wie ist der Film? How is the film? Wie ist das Wetter in Hamburg? How is the weather in Hamburg? Wie findest du das Zimmer? What do you think about the room? Wie spricht Peter? How does Peter speak? Wie gefällt dir Marias Kleid? How do you like Maria's dress? Wie findest du den Film? What do you think about the film? Und the next one is Wie fährt Julia Auto? How does Julia drive a car? Wie ist sein Bruder? How is his brother? Wie findest du den Roman? What do you think of the novel? Roman means novel. Okay, now we are going to solve this. The answers are: Er ist spannend, es ist gut, es ist preiswert, er spricht langsam, es gefällt mir gut, ich finde den Film langweilig, sie fährt schnell, er ist nett. Ich finde den Roman spannend. Now look at this. Er ist spannend. What was the questions? Wie ist der Film? How is the film? The answer, it is exciting. Okay? Er ist spannend. Wie ist das Wetter in Hamburg? How is the weather in Hamburg? Es ist gut. It is good. Wie findest du das Zimmer? What do you think about the room? Es ist preiswert. It is affordable. Und dann, wie spricht Peter? How does Peter speak? Er spricht langsam. He speaks slow. Wie gefällt dir Magias Kleid? The answer, es gefällt mir gut. Okay, this is dative verb. And in this gefallen, that living things cannot come, or living things cannot become the subject for gefallen. This verb, okay? Gefallen, then passen, schmecken, gehogen. These are the verbs. These are called dative verbs. So their subject should be a non-living thing. Und again, wie findest du den Film? Ich finde den Film langweilig. Boring. I think the film is boring. Then, wie fährt Julia Auto? How does Julia drive? Sie fährt schnell. She drives first. She drives fast. Wie ist sein Bruder? How is his brother? Er ist nett. He's good. Oder we can also write, er ist unfreundlich. He's not friendly. Unfriendly. It's not friendly. Wie findest du den Roman? What do you think of the novel? Ich finde den Roman spannend. I think this is exciting. So this is Übung 1. Now, what is next? You can see Adjektiv, okay? Adjektiv haben, Adjektiv. So these two were adverbial und Partikativ. So in one case, adjective comes after the verb, the conjugated verb, and the second case, in second case, participative, it comes after a sein verb. Of course, that has to be conjugated as well. That is participative. Now the third one is attributive. When the adjective stands directly before a noun, then it has to take an ending. Here you can see, in these two cases, adjective didn't come before the nouns. It always comes after verb. In this case, adjective comes just before the nouns. And then it has to take an ending. These are the ending we will come. We are going to see it later. Since the adjective change their endings, these endings depends on gender, case, and what comes before them. This is called Deklination. Okay? Now look at this. Das ist ein neuer Computer. So computer is a noun. An adjective is being placed just before the noun. That's why neu, we know neu is new, right? So after neu, ending is there. That is Deklination. Okay, so ER is the ending. So das ist ein neuer Computer. This is a new computer. You cannot just write das ist ein neuer Computer. No, it's wrong. If your adjective comes before the noun, you have to add some ending. Das ist der neue Computer. Or we can also write das ist der neue Computer. So this is attributive. When adjective comes before noun. Okay, so here we are going to see some more examples. Das ist ein alter Wagen. This is an old car. So alter, not alt. Alt is the adjective, right? Old. But since it is being used before a noun, then we have to add ending, that is ear. Then frischer Orangensaft ist gesund. Fresh Orange juice is healthy. Kauft frische Tomaten? Does he purchase fresh tomatoes? So here we can see sometimes it is right? So ein Alter and frische. So these are the endings, okay? That's what makes these adjectives Deklination. Now, you cannot just put the ending on your own. You have to follow some rules. In these tables, you can see this is table 1, table 2, okay? So table 1, table 2. Here, if we see this, on the top you can see that masculine, feminine, neutral and plural, and this is gender. Nominative, this is gender, and this is cases. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, okay? So this is called starke, this is for starke Endungen, strong endings, und Table 2, schwache Endungen for weak verbs. So the same thing on the top, these are the genders, and on the left side, vertically, it is representing the cases. Okay, we forgot to study this side, this column. Der neue Computer von Peter ist teuer. The new computer of Peter is expensive. Arbeitet mit dem neuen Computer. He's working with a new computer. Sie kauft keinen alten Wagen. She is not buying any old car. Sie kommt mit ihrem neuen Auto. She's coming by her new car. Okay. So already I have told you about the table 1, table 2. Now, when to use table 1, that means we are only thinking about the ending of the adjective, nothing else. And remember, if the adjective comes before noun, then only we will think about the ending. Okay, apart from that, we don't need to add any ending. If the adjective comes after verb, we don't need to add any ending. So table 1, table 2. Okay, I have written here, if there is no article before the adjective, follow table 1. Okay, if there is a definite article before the adjective, follow table 2. Table 2 means we are looking for the ending of the adjective. Okay, if there is an indefinite or possessive article, then follow table 1 and 2. In this example, you can see Fischer Augensensaft is guessed. Okay, Augensensaft is masculine. Is there any article before the adjective? No. So definitely we have to follow table 1. Okay, fine. Now, Augensensaft, masculine, go to the masculine. Und, this is nominative case, right? This is nominative case. Fischer Augensensaft. This is the subject. Okay, masculine nominative case. So what is the ending? ER. So fish is fresh. Okay. So at the end of the fish, I have to add ER. That is frischer Augensensaft. Ist gesund. Another one we can see. Kauft frische Tomaten. Does he purchase fresh tomatoes? Now here frische Tomaten is object. Okay. Object. Okay, fine. Accusative case. Here Tomaten is what? Plural. Go to the plural. Okay, so we can also see there is no article before the adjective, so we have to follow table 1. Now plural is here. This is the fish is the adjective. So how to find the ending? Accusative. Where is accusative? This is the accusative. You can see the bottom. Accusative plural. Ending for the adjective should be e. That's why fish tomaten. Okay. Now come to the second point, that is if you have a definite article before the adjective. For example, this one, der Neue Computer von Peter ist teuer. So neu is the adjective, but before it is there. Okay, so if you have the definite article, follow table 2. Go to the table 2, and computer is masculine, find masculine, and this is the subject. That's why we have to count it as nominative. So nominative for masculine ending is e. That's why der neue Computer. Okay, der neue Computer. Third rule is a little bit tricky. That means if you have an indefinite article or possessive article, in that case, what you are going to do? For example, this one, das ist ein. So if you have ein, einer, and then mein, dein, so this will come under point 3. And we have to use both table 1 and table 2. How? So first we have to check the ending. Look at this. Ending of what? Ending of the article. So das ist ein alter Wagen. Okay. So this is an old car. Okay. Wagen or carriage. Now, Wagen is what? Masculine. Come to the masculine. Fine. And this is nominative, because what is the das? This and the Wagen are the same thing. So this is nominative. Fine. Now what happens? We have to use ein. Why? Because this is masculine. Okay. So if you have masculine nominative, we use ein, because ein represents a. Ein is fine. Is there any er, en, es? No, right? So there is nothing. That's why we count that this is not the strong ending. Okay, so if there is nothing, and that's why we have to what? Come to this point, masculine nominative, er, right? So in the right side, you can see a 0 is there. 0. That means this ein, we don't have any strong ending. That's why the adjective should take the strong ending. Alt, since it is ia is there, so we have to add alter. Okay, alter. And ist das dein alter Wagen? Same thing. Look at some other example. This one, okay. Ein dash, okay, ein gut essen. What it would be? A good meal, right? So essen is what? Neutral. Go to the neutral, nominative. Okay, so we know the nominative. If there is neutral or nominative, indefinite article is ein. So again, there is no strong ending at the end of the ein. That's why we have to, and also 0 is there. That means no strong ending. So whatever we have to add this at the end of the adjective. That's why ein gutes Essen. Okay, gutes Essen. Another example, you can say, sie kommt mit ihrem neuen Auto. Now, auto is neutral, but mit is a dative preposition. So that's why this is ihrem. Okay. Now, auto neutral dative is em. Can you see any 0? No, right? Any o? That means already the indefinite article has the strong ending. Okay, that is em. That is em. Already, this is not the indefinite article. That means already the possessive article has the strong ending, em. Fine. If you have the strong ending here, then move to the tables y. Neutral dative is what? En. That's why neuen. Okay. So we have to actually look in table 2, but table 1 is what? Just so that you can get you can be sure, you can get a clarification that okay, I don't need to add anything from table 1 since there is no o and em is already there. So go to the table 2. So we will practice and we will see more. Now we are going to solve Übung 2. Look at the Beispiel.
Fahrrad, that means bicycle. And one adjective is given, that is blau, that means blue. So they have given an example. We have to form the interrogative sentences. Okay. So kaufst du das blaue Fahrrad? Are you buying the blue cycle? Now you can see kaufst du das blaue Fahrrad? So here this blaue Fahrrad is accusative, okay? Because kaufst du. So this du is the subject and the Fahrrad is my object. That's why we have to go for accusative in case of thinking anything regarding the object. Now what? Das is already definite and definite article. Okay. If it's a definite article, that means bestimmte article. What have we learned? If the noun has no article, then follow table 1. If the noun has a definite article, then follow table 2. Follow table 2 in the sense the ending of your adjective should be picked from table 2. Now this one is what? All the definite articles are given. So we have to consider table 2 for adding the endings for adjectives. That's why Fahrrad is neutral. The article is das and accusative. So look at this. Neutral accusative is E. Okay. That's why it is kaufst du das blaue Fahrrad. Now, similarly, we are going to solve all of this. Kleid, coat, dress, and red. So adjectives are given on the right side, and nouns are given in the left side. Jacke, jacket, schwarz, black. Koffer, suitcase, groß, big. Camera, that is camera, and klein is small. Pullover, sweater, grün, green. Mütze, cap, coat, red. Hose, trousers, blau, blue. Wine, wine. Shoes, that means sweet. Schuhe, shoes, braun, brown. Mantel, coat, dunkelblau. That means dark blue. Hemd und weiß. Shirt, weiß is white. Orangen, oranges, Spanish. That is Spanish. Let's solve this. The question is kaufst du das rote Kleid? Why rote Kleid? It is neutral. Okay, go to the neutral. And you can see the accusative. This ending should be E. That's why quote, at the end of the quote, you have to add E. Rote Kleid. Are you buying the red dress? Then next one is kaufst du die schwarze Jacke? Are you buying the black jacket? Jacke is feminine. So if Jacke is feminine, accusative feminine is what? E. That's why after schwarz is an adjective, okay? Schwarz is an adjective. Coat is an adjective. All the colors are adjective. That's why at the end we added E. Then kaufst du den großen Koffer? Are you buying the big suitcase? So groß is big. This is also adjective. So why it is en? Because Koffer is masculine. Masculine accusative is what? En. That's why at the end of the adjective it would be en. Großen Koffer. Kaufst du die kleine Kamera? Camera is feminine and accusative feminine is E. That's why kleiner. Kaufst du den grünen Pullover? Why? Pullover is sweater. It is masculine. Accusative masculine. Ending for the adjective should be en. That's why grünen, green. Are you buying the green sweater? Kaufst du die rote Mütze? Same. Mütze cap is feminine. That's why rote. Kaufst du die blaue Hose? Are you buying the blue trousers? Kaufst du den süßen Wein? Are you buying the sweet wine? Why? Because wine is masculine, accusative masculine is en, that's why süßen. Kaufst du die braunen Schuhe? Why? Because Schuhe is plural, shoes. So for plural Accusative is en. It is very easy. For plural, everything is en in table 2. Okay, so are you buying the brown shoes? Kaufst du den dunkelblauen Mantel? Mantel is coat. It is accusative. Sorry, it's masculine, and it is being used as an accusative object, and it is being used an object, and it is accusative. That's why dunkelblauen. Are you buying the dark blue coat? Kaufst du das weiße Hemd? Are you buying the white shirt? Okay. Kaufst du die spanischen Orangen? Are you buying the Spanish oranges? Again, this is plural. That's why ending.
We are going to solve übung 5. Here, look at this. So you can see both is given, alt is given. So noun and adjectives are given. I have to ask a question. So schmecken is a dative verb, remember. Schmeckt dir altes Brot? Here, why altes? And do you like the old bread? Then, nein, das alte Brot schmeckt mir nicht. I don't like the old bread. Now, in this case, it is altes, here alte. Why? Look at this. In the first one, there was no article, right? If there is no article, we follow table 1. So, table 1, neutral, S. And second one, definite article is there. If definite article is there, then what we are going to do? We are going to use the second table for the ending, for the adjective ending. So in the second table, it is E. So therefore it is das alte Brot schmeckt mir nicht. Now look at the exercises. Wein, trocken. Wein and dry. Schmeckt dir trockener Wein? Now why trockener? Because wine is masculine. And we have to follow, there is no article, we have to follow the first one. After trocken, we have to add ear. Trockener. Schmeckt dir trockener Wein? Nein, der trockene. Why der trockene? Now, der is definite article. That's why we have to look for ending of the adjective in table 2. So, table 2, trockene. Okay? Trockene. Masculine, trockene. Nein, der trockene Wein schmeckt mir nicht. I don't like the dry wine. Okay, next is Kuchen, Süß. Kuchen cake, Süß is sweet. Schmeckt der süße Kuchen? Why süße? Because there is no article, so we have to add er at the end of the adjective. Nein, der süße Kuchen schmeckt mir nicht. Now, e, süße. Why? The article has come, now we have to add e only. And the next is Kaffee, stark. Coffee is again masculine. Same way. Schmeckt dir starker Kaffee? Nein, der starke Kaffee schmeckt mir nicht. Then what? Tea, grün, green tea, okay? Schmeckt dir grüner Tee? Tea is again masculine. Nein, der grüne Tee schmeckt mir nicht. Since masculine, so we have to add er for the question because no article was there. When you are going to answer, article is there, that's why we use e. Okay. Next is what? Bier, dunkel. So dark beer. Okay. So beer is neutral. Schmeckt dir dunkles Bier? Nein. Schmeckt dir fettige Wurst? Do you like the fatty sausage? Wurst is sausage. Nein, die fettige Wurst schmeckt mir nicht. Since it is feminine, so that's why in both cases it is e, because the ending is e. Why? This is e, and we can also see this is e. Now Wein and Edel. Again, schmeckt der edle Wein? Nein, der edle Wein schmeckt mir nicht. Edle is the fine wine. Next is what? Suppe, scharf. Scharf is spicy. Schmeckt dir scharfe Suppe? Suppe is feminine. Do you like the spicy soup? Nein, die scharfe Suppe schmeckt mir nicht. Schokolade and bitter. Now this is feminine. Schmeckt dir bittere Schokolade? Nein, die bittere Schokolade schmeckt mir nicht. Tea again, masculine, and schwarz is black. Schmeckt dir schwarzer Tee? Nein, der schwarze Tee schmeckt mir nicht. Then Mineralwasser. Schmeckt dir stilles Mineralwasser? Mineralwasser is neutral, that's why stilles. Do you like the still mineral water or the sparkling mineral water? Nein, I don't like. Butter, salty. Schmeckt dir salzige Butter? Nein, die salzige Butter schmeckt mir nicht. The last one we're going to see Übung 6. Exercise 6. Look at this, what we are supposed to do. Look at the Beispiel. Pullover, sweater, grün, green. So we have to make questions, okay? Gefällt dir der grüne Pullover? Do you like the green sweater? Okay, so gefällt dir der grüne Pullover? Ja, ich möchte mir den grünen Pullover kaufen. Yes, I would like to purchase the green sweater. Now, look at this. Pullover is masculine, right? Gefällt dir der grüne Pullover? Pullover is masculine and definite article is there. If definite article is there, then we are going to select table 2. Okay, so for masculine, it is nominative E. That's why grüne. Okay, that's why grüne. Now, Tisch, modern, Uhr, golden, Mantel, elegant, Wagen, sportlich, Koffer, groß, Fahrrad, teuer, Anzug, grau, Sessel, alt. Sessel, Art, Jacke, Wollen, Spiegel, antik, Schuhe, modisch, Vase, hoch. Okay, now let's solve one by one. For Tisch, modern, so table, gefällt dir moderne Tisch? So since it is masculine, therefore, der is there, definite article. So at the end of the adjective, we are going to add E. Okay, E. Gefällt dir der moderne Tisch? Do you like the modern table? Ja, ich möchte mir den modernen Tisch kaufen. Now, yes, I would like to buy the modern table. Here what happened? Here Tisch is accusative object. Okay, that's why what we are going to do in case of accusative, we have to find table 2 accusative is en. Okay, en, and here it is also en. So then modernen Tisch kaufen. Next is Uhr, golden. Gefällt dir die goldene Uhr? Why? Because Uhr is feminine and this is very easy. For feminine it is also E. Ja, ich möchte mir die goldene Uhr kaufen. So now, even though it is accusative, but since it's feminine, so both remain same. Mantel. Gefällt dir der elegante Mantel? Same. Mantel is masculine, that's why. Gefällt dir der elegante Mantel? Ja. Ich möchte mir den eleganten. Again, since it is accusative and it becomes den and eleganten. Wagen, sportlich. Gefällt dir der sportliche Wagen? Same rule. Okay? Ja, ich möchte mir den sportlichen Wagen, Sportscar. Koffer, Suitcase. Gefällt dir der große Koffer. Again, it is masculine. Do you like a big suitcase? Ja, ich möchte mir den großen Koffer kaufen. Yeah, I would like to buy a big suitcase. Fahrrad teuer. Gefällt dir das teure Fahrrad? No, since it is neutral, but again, in table 2 actually, for nominative, masculine, feminine, neutral, all are E. The ending should be E. So that's why teure. Okay, teure. Do you like the expensive cycle? Ja, ich möchte mir das teure Fahrrad kaufen. Next, gefällt dir die graue Anzug? Do you like the gray suit? Ja, ich möchte mir den grauen Anzug kaufen. Now, Sessel, alt. Gefällt dir der alte Sessel? Same thing, E at the end. Ich möchte mir den alten Sessel kaufen. Next is what? Jacke, wollen. Gefällt dir die Wollenjacke? Wollene Jacke. Jacke is feminine, that's why wollene. Ja, ich möchte mir die wollene Jacke kaufen. Next, Spiegel. Gefällt dir der antike Spiegel? Same thing. You like the antique mirror? Ja, ich möchte mir den antiken Spiegel kaufen. I would like to buy the antique mirror. Gefällt dir die modernischen Schuhe? Why? Because Schuhe is plural. That's why in table 2 plural is en. Modernischen. Ja, ich möchte mir die modernischen Schuhe kaufen. Vase hoch. Gefällt dir die hohe Vase? Hohe Vase? Ja, ich möchte mir die hohe Vase kaufen. Okay? So, that's all. That's the end of the chapter. Thank you guys for watching the video.